largest thing ever in the middle.
In the middle, it's her field.
Two
Oh,
cameras.
get that.
Sorry.
From the camera lens.
Please don't make
What part of the lens?
half a minute recording.
But
they didn't actually show the camera.
There's two.
I just gotta film.
No way.
Oh, maybe not that one. I don't have any recollection sections.
Okay, what were shades?
Wait a minute. The candles.
Okay, the lighting of the candles. Somewhat out of focus, probably. I don't know if I fiddle with the sensitivity, what will happen?
Now we'll leave this on, I think, and put the vegetables on.
V-Day now.
That's okay. We're here.
I'm gonna go across there.
I can't remember anything from first grade back. I don't. It's like,
Becca wants to slice with the tire marks.
Good Lord, I don't know.
I don't know either. I might as well just start slicing and stuff like that, huh?
Yes, do, please.
is there a stool?
Shari maybe should help, but
A stool? You know one of those little funny train stools?
There's
Just
one
so
over
you
the
can vote
dictionary.
We weren't allowed to use for a long time.
A stool? One of those
Oh,
little
yes.
trains? Is there one?
a stool.
Because that's what Granny said.
Well, that's all right, they're coming
that's
that,
fine.
they're
No, start
coming
over
that
there.
way.
That's
It
good.
was just,
Because then Becca's
that's it,
next
Becca's
one.
spinach,
No.
Yes. Give
mashed
her every
potatoes, focaccia.
Yeah, it's
Did you say we
focaccia.
should
It's
eat our
got
fruit now?
sage
You
and,
can.
Oh, okay.
onions
I just
and,
didn't want to serve a
rosemary.
separate course.
Just regular bread, basically.
I'm gonna put a little wing on somebody's plate. I don't know who's next.
Lee,
Please next.
she doesn't want wing.
No wing.
Anyway, something was wrong with the camera. It wasn't me. And mommy came. I finished pulling grass out of the pond. I went inside. And mommy came and sat out on the front steps and she said, Shane, tell me when you're upstairs. Apparently because she was disrobing on the front steps. So she could come inside. So instead of going upstairs, I went and I got the camera out. And mommy was sitting there with her little bare bottom poking towards the front door and her back towards me. And I said,
I was
Mommy!
covered with mud because I'd been waiting in the
I said,
pond.
Mommy, look at the camera, and I took a picture and she got angry at me. I said, Shane, put the camera away, but she couldn't move because if she moved or stood up, I would have taken a picture of her. I don't remember.
Shane.
I'll change the question. How long has it been a national holiday?
Oh, I don't know.
Oh, come on, give it a guess.
About 14 years.
200 years.
It's exactly 200.
Yeah. I knew that.
There, now you can't see.
You knew that, sure.
She knows everything.
That's so remarkable. And who declared it was a national holiday?
George Washington.
Perfect.
Wow.
Perfect.
Head of the class. How'd she know that?
Someone must have
They
told her.
discussed it earlier.
Oh.
We made Sarah, and it would go like that, and then I could go in and it would suck back here. Oh! What are you trying to do?
I like Becca's law of nature about there's just enough brains in a carcass to tan the skin. If you rub it.
Rub number one.
What was that?
Murphy's laws on skinny animals.
She found, to tan it, she rubbed the brains,
No, I didn't.
mushed
I
up the
didn't.
brain
I
and
have
rubbed
never
it on
done
the
that
skin.
before. I've never done before. This is just what I've read and heard,
Oh.
stuff like that. But
You didn't try that.
I've never tried it before.
Well,
I
so-
keep forgetting to crack them.
Becca, did you mention that you took one of Mommy's good pots to boil up the squirrel?
Oh, yes,
squirrel
that's
carcass?
right.
Oh.
She told me take the
Large
big aluminum
silver
pot.
pot.
This large silver pot. So I thought, okay, I was thinking through my mind, what silver pots do we have? So all I could think of is our stainless steel with the copper bottom, which is one of our good pots.
The only
So-
pot I had with a lid fitting.
She had, no, that lid didn't fit.
Yes, it did.
No, your little white things fit. That lid never fit, it was always a little bit bent.
No, that was
But
the
anyway.
largest one. The one you took, the lid was a perfect fit.
Oh, well, anyway, I should have thought of that bigger one that I also wasn't supposed to take. But anyway, the one she wanted me to take was this big, ugly little, actually it was a rather large aluminum thing. But
I didn't see that until afterwards when she said, "What pot did
Becca
you
wasn't
use?"
home. Becca wasn't
What's
home.
in that
And
pot?
she goes, we were cleaning up the house. Mommy went downstairs to the basement, and she goes, Shane! And I said, what? And she goes, what's in this pot? I said, I don't know what's in the pot. She goes, I know what's in it. Becca skinned her squirrel, and she cut it up, and she boiled it in here. And I said, oh my God. She said, why did she do that? How could she do such a thing? She yelled at me for it.
Closest thing around.
You won't use it.
Closest thing around.
You won't use it. You won't use it. You won't use it. I had to get the head off because I wanted to save the skull. So I had it and I braced its body and stuff, and I twisted it around, and I heard this cracking, it was but it didn't come off, so I twisted it around. I got it around about 5 times before the thing finally came off. I had to cut through through a little bit though.
That make a good video.
And when I opened up I had to cut through first the muscles and all the windpipe and stuff to get to it. When I cut open the windpipe, there was this red foam. It looked like whipped cream with red dye in it. There was just all bubbling in it. I could squeeze one part of the windpipe.
Bones? They're
Yeah.
bone, aren't they?
Yeah, but the ribs
She
are
needs
gone.
some beetles water.
I do.
Yeah.
I could get mealworms. Mealworms just don't go to beetles, but I could get mealworms in the nature center probably, or Tony's or something like that. That's where we get nature center. But we just have this big jar of them. Oh, they smell good.
Are they alive?
Yeah.
The big jar of living?
And you reach your hand in, you go like this. It's one of those things. All new people at the nature center have to do that.
I'm going to
Vomit.
on you.
16.
Maybe
I saw the look on your
We got
face,
talking
Jane.
about the fact that Shane used to like animals up at the farm, and that she collected different animals. And I said that my tendency as a mother was to never show any kind of revulsion, because I didn't want to send any, signals that they shouldn't touch ants, say, or things. Shane would go over to the ant piles and go like this, look, Mommy. And I'd sort of, oh, that's nice, Shane. The only thing I couldn't do that with, where I couldn't sort of express some admiration, was when she went out to the garden and came back with a handful of slugs.
Oh.
And just look at all these. And I said, Shane, I can't stand them. You can go play with them somewhere else. It's all right if you do it, but I don't want them near me. So then we were talking about all this at dinner one night. And so I decided, I asked Shane, did she remember when she used to go out and collect newts, little tiny orange, look like salamanders with dots down the
They're
back?
red.
Oh yeah, I remember
They're
them. We
red.
put them.
Immature form of the, what's it called? Spotted salamander.
Thank you, dear.
They're the, in the phase where they leave the water and go live in moist land.
That's good, dear. Anyway, Shane would go out with a can. She's going, yeah, I remember them. I remember getting them. I said, well, one of the things that used to repulse me, but I didn't say anything because I figured it wouldn't hurt you, was when you go like this. And she sort of looks at me. Becca just cracks up. And Shane looks at me and goes, I didn't do that, did I? Yeah, you did, but it was all right. I knew they wouldn't hurt you. And you didn't eat that many of them. At which point she started trying to query me to see if I was telling the truth or kidding. Are you kidding, Mommy? No, I'm not
I
kidding.
had every reason to believe it.
It took her. I had her convinced that she was eating the newts. So I figured I could.
You also had me convinced that chicken.
It was good. She had to keep it. All right, stop kidding now, Mom.
And, we'll probably work with a Canon, but I also like the idea of them all being the same brand.
I suspect that the Canon has Sony video mechanism parts and the Sonys have Canon lens parts.
I wouldn't be surprised if that's just the case.
Like,